This episode of Navel Gazing is sponsored by valleygivesback.org. Adding a Valley charity to your estate plan creates a lasting legacy that tells future generations what causes matter to you. Your action will inspire others to follow your lead and make a difference. With a planned gift, you have the power to impact the Valley community forever without affecting your current lifestyle. Learn more at valleygivesback.org, an initiative of the Valley Community Foundation. Plan now, give later, and impact tomorrow at valleygivesback.org.
For hundreds of years we brought you the news. Printed the info, we gave you the clues. Owners' profits were always sky high. Changing market now threatens our lives. Post-literation, critical reading, dumbed down nation, signs of inbreeding, TV sucking ideas from our head, public discourse just about dead. We'll ride the dinosaur. Yeah, ride the dinosaur.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Navel Gazing, the Valley Indy's weekly talk show. Find us online at valleyindy.org. Follow us on Twitter at Valley Indy. Previous episodes are available on iTunes, Libsyn, YouTube, SoundCloud, and under the Navel Gazing tab at the top of valleyindy.org. My name is Eugene Driscoll. I'm a reporter. So, the Seymour High School Music Department will present The Wizard of Oz at Seymour High School on March 16th and March 17th at 7 p.m. Then again, March 18th, 2 p.m. Tickets are available at seymourmusic.ludus.com. That's seymourmusic.ludus.com. Admissions $15 for adults, $10 for students. And today, I'm joined via the magic of the computer by two Seymour High School juniors who will be appearing in the play. Internet, please say hi to Eliana Arroyo, who plays Auntie Em and Glinda in the production. Welcome, Eliana.
Hi.
Yeah, and I'm sorry for butchering your name. I'm a writer, not like a talker, so sorry. Also joining us is Rachel Moon, who plays the wizard and is also the technical director. Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
All right, so this sounds like a really big production. I was reading some notes that Mr. Schneider had sent me last week. And and he's a music teacher at the school, right?
Yes.
All right, gotcha. There's like 1 billion kindergartners in this production, right? Isn't that true?
Yes.
So, Rachel, they say, I'm no performer, and I have no musical or acting ability whatsoever, but I've read you never want to act with kids or animals. What's it like to rehearse with all these little kids?
It's definitely different, especially considering this is the first time that we as juniors have interacted with the kindergartners or like any other grades for a show. So it's definitely hard, but it's working out really great. We're making the time for them and we're putting in the perfect amount of work to be able to pull it off. So it's hard, but it's working.
Yeah, is it like, how do you kind of wrangle, I believe the number is 48 kindergartners. Do they all come in and rehearse at the same time? And Mr. Schneider had mentioned there's like a sort of partnering mentorship program happening. Somebody explain that to me.
So that's how it works. So basically, once every kindergartner gets here, like their parents sign them in, and everyone who's acting in the musical has either one or two partners. So basically, it's like your job to like watch those one or two kids and like help them like memorize like the lyrics to the song or like any lines that they might have to say, and like you have to help them like get to their places, and then like we bring them to like do everything like in between we have breaks. Like that's how it works, and it works like really well. And
do they demand payment in Robux or anything like that, or?
No, just friendship.
Yeah.
Nice. See, I have a 7-year-old. Everything is based around Roblox. It's like totally a success with it.
That's so funny.
Well, Rachel, explain to a heathen like myself what a technical director does. I have no idea.
Well, this is my first time, this is my first year doing that, but right now for Wizard, I have been in charge of finding sounds within the musical and then creating a list of when they're supposed to come on. So like cues and then the actual sounds. So like on a YouTube playlist, And then I also take care of lighting. So all the stage lighting that you'll see on the day of the show, that's all me and my crew. And then same thing with these machines that we have. So like the bubble machines and fog machines and these pyro machines. Yeah, we also take care of those.
I can barely get this podcast going without technical malfunctions. That sounds like a lot of pressure. How are you dealing with all that could potentially go astray?
I mean,
have you not thought about it? And I just totally am bumming you out.
No, personally, I'm just really hoping for the best. But you know, we during rehearsals, we have our crew come in and they work on making sure that nothing malfunctions and that everything works, smoothly. Everything runs smoothly. So we're just hoping that whatever happens during rehearsals happens during the show.
So, Eliana, there are bubble machines. There are 48 kindergartners. There's a big cast. This sounds like a pretty significant production. How much rehearsal goes into something like this? And how do you work it in with your school schedule and family life and whatever other responsibilities you have going on?
So it's been really difficult, but it's really fun. But so we have class every other day for an hour and a half. So we rehearse during those times. And then every week for the past month or two, the top 6 or the bigger characters have come in 2 or 3 times a week, and so we have really our lines down and everything. It is kind of hard to balance with school. So next week is tech week, which is the week before the play, and we have rehearsals from right after school until 8 or 9 at night. So we honestly just have to really go in and ask our teachers to understand the load we have for the musical, and to hopefully give us less work and allow us to have more time. But if they don't, we just have to fit it in during study hall or when we get home from rehearsal.
And I assume, well, first of all, you described it as a class. So this is basically part of your curriculum during the day, right? I guess the end result is this production. Is that accurate?
Yeah. So the only people who are acting and singing in the musical are in class, because it's just easier that way, because we're all together to rehearse, and we don't have to get together after school as often, because we're able to do it during class all together.
And then, Rachel, why did you first get involved with the fine arts at Seymour High School?
Well, I had always been involved with the choir because I just like to sing. And then I actually didn't join until last year when we did the Spring 1 acts, because going on stage and singing and acting made me very nervous when we did Theory of Relativity here, which I did regret not joining that, but ended up joining the 1X, and then we won the Halo for that, and then that made me want to continue doing that. And now me, Eliana, everyone else in the choir, we try to encourage as many people to join choir, expand our program as well as our shows that we do.
And it's really fascinating. We launched the Valley Indy in 2009, and I think, and I could be wrong, and people, you can email me or tweet me your corrections, your angry corrections, but I don't think high school was doing musicals when we launched. It sounds like this is all relatively new. Eliana, how do you get over the nerves like that of the anxiety of performing? Because I would assume it takes a lot of courage to get out there on a stage. It's different than playing a musical instrument, I think, because at least you're with other people. You're kind of vulnerable and you're out there. How do you deal with stage fright or anything like that?
Me personally, to get over the nerves, I just have to suppress them. So I was really nervous when we did the 1 act. So me and Rachel actually did the 1 act together, because we both had that regret for not doing the musical last year. So I was really nervous, but honestly, the support system we have from being in choir is really good. So Rachel actually is probably one of the people who really helps me get over that fear of performing. She'll always give me pep talks, and you just have to really use the people around you and the atmosphere you have, and that's how I get over my fears.
And I guess that brings up another point here. I mean, I'm talking to you two, and basically you guys made yourself available working around my schedule. So I should apologize to all the other cast members or anyone else who didn't get a chance to be on this particular podcast. But let's go through and let's throw out some names. Who else is involved in here? I guess who's playing Dorothy?
That's our senior Abigail Andrade. She's really, really wonderful. She's wonderful.
And then you have Bella Torrey as the Wicked Witch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Starkey is the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Phil, Ferretti? How do you say his last name there?
Fioretti.
He is the lion, and who plays the Tin Man?
His sister, Sophia Fioretti.
Oh, nice. Okay, brother and sister, the lion and the Tin Man. That's awesome. And then the last one I see here, and you're gonna have to. I'm just gonna ask you for this name because I'll butcher it. Who's doing the choreography for the production?
Taylor Dauphiné. He's also a junior.
Say his name again.
Taylor Dauphiné.
Gotcha. All right. And there's 37 high school students in the production. Over 40 students are involved behind the scenes, doing everything from playbill design to set lighting to set construction. And again, of course, we can't mention enough those 48 kindergartner students. That's going to make some great video if you guys can make that go viral. That would be awesome. So, like, as of this recording, the Oscars were last night, and Guillermo del Toro won Best Director. The Shape of Water won Best Picture. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm wondering, is there any particular movie that either of you, or a production or a play or a musical or whatever, that you've seen lately that you really liked and would recommend to people? Hi, this is Eugene Driscoll, most likely interrupting myself to bring you a message from our sponsor, valleygivesback.org. Adding a Valley charity to your estate plan creates a lasting legacy that tells future generations what causes mattered to you. Your action will inspire others to follow your lead and make a difference. With a planned gift, you have the power to impact the Valley community forever without affecting your current lifestyle. Learn more at valleygivesback.org, an initiative of the Valley Community Foundation. Plan now, give later, impact tomorrow at valleygivesback.org.
So The Greatest Showman that came out around Christmas.
Oh, right, okay.
The soundtrack is so wonderful. That one's it.
Yeah.
You're both going with that, right? That's Hugh Jackman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I've all heard good things about that. And then I've heard you guys are both studying for the AP Music Theory test. You don't necessarily have an AP Music class. I mean, I don't understand how the whole AP stuff works, but you're meeting before and after school. Just you guys are doing a lot. Like, what's your average day like? You come to school early to study for this music theory test? Is that how it works?
So in the beginning, we did come to school early, and it just started interfering with people's schedules. So at this point, we kind of just have to work on it on our own, or get together outside of school. And so far it's working pretty well. And then we'll have little meetings once in a while after school. But for now, since we're doing the musical, we have to do it on our own. But after the musical, we'll start picking it back up and doing it more until the actual test.
Gotcha. You guys are really motivated. That is good to hear. What about Rachel? How are you studying your character? Everyone knows The Wizard of Oz, the movie, at least so well. Are you watching the movie over and over again? What research are you doing? Are you being method at all? Do you address people in character outside of rehearsal, or because that would be awesome?
I rewatched recently The Wizard of Oz because I had forgotten. It's been so long since I actually watched it. I had forgotten how most of the characters actually act, aside from the top four. So I did that, and then every time I practice my scenes, because of how outgoing and social this character that I'm supposed to be is, I try to watch my scenes and try to imitate what he's doing and all the Latin that he says. That I try to imitate all those things.
What about you, Eliana?
I do something similar, I guess. So I basically just went onto YouTube and started looking up other performances from other schools and kind of just put all those together, and then added myself into it, so to make the character my own, but also make sure I'm recognizable as Glinda.
All right. Well, I just want to leave one last plug. I want to thank you both for coming on here. And if anyone wants to go see these performers in action, one day I'll master the English language. Go see The Wizard of Oz at Seymour High School, March 16th and 17th, 7 p.m. And again on March 18th at 2 p.m. Go to SeymourMusicLudus.com. That's SeymourMusic.LUDUS.com. Thank you both so much for being on there. Before I let you go, is there anything you wanted to add, maybe that I'm not asking, that you feel is important to stress before we call it a day?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't
we
think
just
so.
appreciate it if
Yeah.
people came out. Like, we put a lot of hard work into this, and like it's gonna be fun. So
yeah, it's gonna be very memorable. This is, I want to say, it might be a stretch, but this might be the first time that we've ever created like a show within like our time that we are combining the high schoolers and like elementary schoolers. Like, it's gonna be a lot of fun. So definitely keep in mind.
And that's great for the future of the program. It's going so well. You mentioned the production won a Halo award last year, and now you're introducing the concept of musical theater and plays to those little kids. So that's great.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
Bye.
you.
For hundreds of years we brought you the news. Printed the info, we gave you the clues. Owners' profits were always sky high. Changing market now threatens our lives. Post-literation, critical reading, dumbed down nation, signs have been breeding. TV sucking ideas from our head. Public discourse just about dead. We'll ride the dinosaur. Yeah, ride the dinosaur. Our readers are in the